We're the Dillinger Escape Plan.
Dillinger Escape Plan are a band with no limits, known for experimental music and intense live shows. Guitarist and producer Ben Weinman founded the band in '97 and has remained fiercely independent ever since.
I don't feel like wasting any time, so this song's called 43% Burn.
We just came back from Japan and we played with At the Gates, and first show in 12 years, and Mayhem.
Mayhem goes out of the way to be like super scary. For a second you're actually scared because the guy that you thought was super cool backstage now looks like Ursula from The Little Mermaid. The whole stage is theatrics and pigs' heads and dead animals and makeup and scariness, and then there's a bright world on the stage that looks like it would have been in like the Michael Jackson, you know, black or white video.
Did you give them any heat for this, for not being metal enough?
I told him straight up, I was like, dude, you know, metal. So we're here, you guys are way over there.
How metal is Dillinger Escape Plan?
My whole left leg is made of cast iron.
How healthy is metal these days, judging from those shows?
I felt the faith in the old school. One of my favorite bands growing up was Deicide. So I know about Satanism. It's a good cause. It offers an option, you know, to the kids.
Did you guys ever add that sort of element to your show? Maybe some hooves?
We played one show, System of a Down. The kids hated us so bad they were throwing chicken legs at us, which is kind of like a hoof in a way. And Greg caught one and stopped singing for about 20 minutes and ate it. That's metal. We are seriously metal.
So how's the latest incarnation of Dillinger Escape Plan working out?
I've been in the band for about 7 years now, and this lineup that we have, to me, is the best lineup we ever had in every way. You know, on stage, it's by far the best, the most consistent. And as far as getting along goes, it's without a doubt the best we've ever gotten along. You know, no one really seems to wear on one another's nerves.
Chris once said you guys were like musical soulmates. Do you feel like you've got some new musical soulmates now?
Me and Gil have tremendous chemistry. Chris is a phenomenal drummer. I don't take that for granted all the time we got to play together. Gil and me are more similar and don't really practice. We just kind of go for it, you know, we just play.
How did you guys meet?
He was in the street, homeless, cardboard box, skitting, scooting around. I said, you got talent. I scooped him up, gave him a career.
To me, there wasn't that much exciting stuff going on in heavy music at the time, and they were the band that I thought was going to really you know, push all the boundaries and stuff. A friend of mine said that they had lost their singer, and my first, you know, initial reaction was to be like, oh, that sucks, that band's probably over. And he was like, actually, they're auditioning people. So I was like, man, I would love to. There's probably no band in the world that would have that much limitless creativity and talent in one band 7 years later. Pretty much, it just went by so fast.
Was it true the first thing you ever played on was like a Black Flag tribute?
Really ironic because the parallel between, you know, this band and me and Black Flag and Henry Rollins is really weird in a lot of ways. I see Dillinger Escape Plan as kind of the Black Flag of this time. Obviously, he was not the original singer and he was a fan of the band. He saw Black Flag as a caricature of what it was. It was violent and extreme, but he saw it as being insanely violent and insanely extreme. So when he joined the band, he made it that. For me, that was what happened with Dillinger.
Some people say, like, how could it be the same? I'm like, it's better. They feel like not only do they want to fill those shoes, but then take it to the next level.
Sort of like Henry Rollins and that whole sort of punk ethic sort of teach you about music.
We all came from the, like, New York, New Jersey, DC area where there's a lot going on and a lot of bands, the Cro-Mags and the Bad Brains, and, like, being able to sneak into the city and see all this crazy, dangerous, like, unpredictable subculture in music was extremely, had a huge effect on me. The metal world was what it was, but it was the hardcore and punk world that really shaped the attitude of, like, you should be here to play.
What's the worst injury you guys have ever sustained on stage?
I've got scars all over my head, fake teeth in my mouth. He's got, you know, he had an MRI done and the doctor said that it basically looked like he had just gotten up from being hit by a bus.
Since you came through sort of playing like shows with Mr. Bungle sort of thing, how has your sort of attitude changed over this time?
It's funny because I was talking to actually Bear from Mr. Bungle, who played horns last night with us. We were talking about just like old times, and we were talking about Mike Patton and things like that, and the experience that we had doing a record with him. We were talking about how the respect that we have for each other, because I was like, when we did the record, I wasn't like starstruck. I was like, this is what I want. No, that sounds weird. I don't like that, you know. And he was like, well, yeah, because nobody does that to him, and that's why you guys still have a relationship.
Like, your live shows are pretty legendary. Is there any sort of plans for any sort of DVDs or anything in the future? Or?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, actually, we're working on a DVD of early stuff with our old singer and all our old, you know, our old bass player Adam, who's paralyzed now. And a lot of these people don't even think Greg was our original singer.
When do you reckon we'll get a gaze at that?
Probably early next year.
Well, any plans for the next record?
I'm excited because we have new blood in the band, and they didn't really get to show, what they could do on the last record. Jeff didn't play on it at all, and Gil only wrote, a couple of songs with us. This lineup, we have a whole new creative potential that is not even tapped yet. We really want to get done touring by the end of this year for this record, and then to spend the first half of 2009 just writing.
You feel like you've got a bit of freedom?
When we first put out our first record, Calculating Infinity, we toured a really long time on it. We had a bunch of EPs and stuff, but people pretty much had made up their mind of what we should sound like. So we really did make a conscious effort with our second record, This Machine, to be more diverse, like an open palette, I think, this band.
Are you still managing the band? Yeah.
There's a lot of bands where they think that the managers are ripping them off, but they just don't realize that things cost money. We've never survived off of making money off record sales. I've never got a royalty check in my life. It's more important that bands can continue to thrive and grow and put on a hell of a show.
You don't need to be a part of some big corporate machine.
Fall Out Boy does,
They probably couldn't do what Dillinger Escape Plan do.
Well, they probably wouldn't want to, That dude, rich and bangs models every day,
Ashley Simpson ain't no model.
Point.
There's models for all seasons. There should be a troll model.
You guys seem like a fairly fearless band. What are you scared of?
Deadly disease, AIDS and SARS and cancer, which I think that I have all the time. I'll be like, Ben, I have,
You don't have that flesh-eating virus. It's only what happens. That's a vaginal disease, Greg.
That's pretty ballsy that the only thing that scares you right now are deadly diseases.
In the last couple years, I've been poorer, I guarantee you, poorer than 99.999% of the average adult has ever been in their life. We've had the worst injuries that more people have ever had by this point in their life. We've had our careers threatened, in numerous ways by people leaving or band turmoil or things like that. I really don't fear that much because we've put ourselves, we've thrown ourselves out there.